Item number 10 is technical challenges and overly complex solution. Sometimes some projects in themselves have a very high technology risk, and the manpower that can handle it may be very scarce. And that is where it becomes necessary when you are citing some businesses, make sure you cite it where the manpower who can handle such kind of thing are. Otherwise, technical challenges can bring a failure in the project. Think of citing a broadcasting organization in a village where you cannot get enough manpower. Think of citing a sophisticated hospital, specialist hospital in a village where you cannot afford to retain highly qualified doctors, nurses, pharmacists in the village. And that is why you see mass rush to urban areas. It is because of search for manpower that can handle some complex technology risk. So when a project has inherent high technical complexity, it mostly don't go. So I feel bother why Ajaokuta up to now, Nigeria has been paying for over 30 something years. And nothing is coming out yet, they are still paying. Ajaokuta still nil. That is a very complex technology risk. If they were a country that tells themselves the truth, they would have known better things to do than the way that thing is a conduit pipe every year draining the pulse of the nation. So it's something to know that comprehensive technical analysis, prototyping are expected to be done in planning of certain project before embarking on execution of that project. Otherwise, that project at execution level will stop. But if it is stopped at planning, better. If it is stopped at planning, better. External factor can stop a project also, or market condition. Influences of regulatory bodies comes in here. When regulatory bodies decide to stop particular or certain projects, they have the power, they have the rights. They can stop certain competitors' action, which they know that can impact project viability. There is a lot of flexibility and contingency planning which can help when planning a project to make sure the attention of external factors and regulatory bodies are contacted or consulted. It's also important to check market condition, maybe using market research or direct inquiry to know whether there are policies against some projects. This external factor can also include some political decisions. The other one which is so common on why projects fail is monitoring. Anything you don't monitor is bound to be messed up. It's also may collapse. Anything you don't supervise can get lost, misappropriated, also messed up. So failure to monitor and control, which is so common and so rampant in the country, is a major cause of project failure. And the solution for it is that people will develop monitoring and control system that can make project not to be messed up, not to be abandoned. We definitely have a terrible poor monitoring system. People monitor a road and say that the road has been finished, and the road will start being used. In a month, the road breaks down. month breakdown. That is where corruption, we are mentioning it the other time, comes in. The road breakdown. So regular status report, performance metrics, and project audits enable time intervention. Sometimes I don't know whether people handling projects are supposed to be giving guarantee for projects that they deliver. That this project will deliver to you, nothing of this nature will spoil in the next 1 year, in the next 2 years. The way they do on quality issues. The way they do on quality issues. For instance, I don't see a reason why road will be constructed this year. It is not up to a month. Even as it is constructed, that same road is being damaged. That means there was a failure to monitor, and that was even a project failure. The other one is poor quality assurance. Okay, it's like this. Poor quality assurance is part of what I was just saying. Delivering a project that does not meet quality standard erodes stakeholders' trust and may necessitate costly rework or project abandonment. So, embedding quality assurance into processes ensure outputs align with requirements. Quality check is very, very important to ensure that quality is in tandem with what has been specified in the scope. So, about to go. Next one, the last but not the least, this is ineffective change management. You have heard that people resist change. Yeah, sometimes and most times people resist change. Now, every project is like a change bringer, agent of change. Every project is an agent of change in itself, if it is entirely to change people's life. So resistance to that change is common, you will expect it. But that means for every project, the project manager is supposed to have a good skill in change management. If the project manager is not does not have a good skill in change management, he may also have problem with the stakeholders, because he may have problem to effectively communicate to the stakeholders or pass across his ideas, maybe through training, through communication, and that can make a project to fail. So change management cause many projects we have seen around to fail because the people resisted the project. And why did the people resisted the project? The project manager did not communicate the need for the project effectively. The project manager failed in his assignment to communicate the need for the project. You normally see when they want to build a road, they design a billboard and put at the crossroad. They will draw 2 pictures before and after. They are trying to send a message to the people, to communicate to the people that this road is bad. We want to make it well. This is the way it's going to look if it is finished with. So that, in a way, makes people to say, okay, we are welcoming that. But now cast your mind in every kind of project. If the people that are executing the project, either the contractors, either the project manager, either the project team, either the whatever, properly communicated their program, the people will not be antagonistic. The people will not be resisting. The people will not resist the change. But when you see this change being resisted with every amount of blood they have, it is because they were not properly communicated on the need for the project. Almost every project. There was a time we did a project at Empowering Night Community in Bayelsa. On the day of our arrival, we took time to talk to the communities one after the other on the program that we are going to do for them for a month, 30 days. Now, the essence of talking to them one by one is to make sure we communicate the change, because their expectation definitely is not our way of doing it. They have a different expectation that once we come, we'll begin to give them what Osibanjo call market money. But our idea is to empower them on skills and at the same time give them something to start with it. So we cover 9 communities, very big communities. So ineffective change management can make a project go fail. That also now falls on the duty also of the PM. So I'm going to stop here for this, and I have to say that project failure is rarely due to a single factor. No project just easily fails because of one factor. Always check around. It will be a conglomerate of factors linked to themselves, because no single factor easily exists on itself.
Yes.
Every failure factor will hook on another issue. Are you getting it? So they drive their children together and cause that project to fail. No single factor exists without hooking on the other. So they rarely go as a single. More often it's a result of a combination of issues. Poor planning, lack of stakeholders engagement. Stakeholders need to be properly engaged. There was a time I spoke extensively on stakeholders engagement. It's also in my podcast. Maybe I'll give you a link to my podcast. There are over 100 management talks I've given. So you listen as much as you can. Stakeholders engagement, I've spoken a lot on it. It is hard to get every man that is involved, every woman. Every organization are owned by 7 persons. We have mentioned 9 for this project management now, but typically every organization are owned by 7 persons, and these are 7 stakeholders: employees, shareholders, government, community, creditors, vendors, and customers. Every organization has 7 stakeholders. Even if you are sewing, having a provision store, 7 people own it. If your landlord say you no go open today, you no go open. Have you observed that even when there is a burial and the road can be blocked? Have you said, is it not my store? Is it not? You can't say it. The landlords have blocked their roads, and you have no choice than to play along them. And the landlords can decide that you can't operate in the place again, even if you pay 100 million. So that is the power of community. But you have a duty to that community, what we call social responsibility. And the government also can stop your business through law, through political decision. So you need to play along with them. How do you need to play along with them? Is to pay your taxes and levy and whatever. And their own expectation of you is to be good corporate citizenship. Customers have what they are demanding. What they are demanding is quality product at good price, so that they can make profits. Their own return is making profit. Employees' own is not profit. It is condition of service and salary. This is also different from what shareholders earn. Shareholders' own is return on investment. They are not asking for salary. They are asking for what is return on my investment. The vendors have interest. Their own is interest for doing business with you. While creditors' own is commission for giving you credit. So every stakeholder has different expectations from you, and not meeting up with this stakeholder result to poor stakeholders engagement. That is that. I will leave you there for now until we now go into a very critical topic called retrospectives. Okay. Thank you. Questions and answers.
Thank you very much, Sam.
Yeah.
Thank you for the lecture. We appreciate that.